Alright, I'll put in pieces here. The mind is created with the brain. What's more fun? To actually study something, do homework, or go to Disneyland and enjoy the fairy tales or read a comic book? Facing reality, studying something is hard. So the brain wanders and he wants to just take a break and dream. Daydreaming, fantasy, fairy tales. That's when conspiracy theories come about. People that believe in conspiracy theories, like the religious people, are usually very ignorant, uneducated, superstitious, gullible, and something is wrong with their brains. And they're lazy because they don't want to study and do research and see the facts. People that believe in conspiracy theories is just like people that buy the Brooklyn Bridge, paying more every time for it. But it feels good because it creates dopamine in the brain. Doing homework, studying the research and doing all that, that's hard. That's a lot of work. And it gives some people a headache, so that's not much fun. So look at this. Look about this conspiracy about satanic Washington.
And many believe that the street plan contains Masonic symbols, like a compass and square. Masons see it differently.
Yes, geometry is important to Masonry, but also geometry is the language of reason. The city, it's a square. We say it's a fair and square, square deal. So the square is a symbol of equality, rectitude, wisdom.
His real intention to this day is a mystery. And there are those who see something truly scary in a map of D.C. Looking at the site of the White House, by outlining the angled streets to its north, you can form a pentagram, a sign of the devil, directly at the president's home.
Fundamentalists have had a real heyday taking a look at the White House and tying it into Satan and the darker aspect of things.
Grace, I got it.
And a few blocks north, something even more chilling. These three traffic circles, DuPont, Scott, and Logan, when seen from above, look like they form the number 666. The number of the devil. Well, yes, but
you can look at the streets in many different ways. You can connect corners here and there and come up with any kind of, almost any type of shape that you want.
That's right.
It is really baloney.
And these fairy tales, which is natural in all of us, we rather, enjoy science fiction than actually see reality and do homework. These fairy tales, these delusions, as the recent religious beliefs are being so successful. The Catholic Church, for instance, Christianity, which is a form of mental illness, an anomaly when you accept all these fairy tales in this 21st century as reality. There was a man named von Däniken that actually believed that, and a lot of people believe this, that aliens visited Earth, and the pyramids, oh boy, they're built by aliens and all that, and the Nazca lines in Peru are the result of aliens. Not so. But that's a daydreaming. It's like zeitgeist, believing all this nonsense. Absurd. But it feels good. Here, Nazca lines. See, von Däniken believes that the extraterrestrial visited Earth a long time ago and created our civilization. Just like the ufologists and the people who are Atlanteans and the Bermuda Triangle and the Zeitgeists and all this nonsense. So these people are usually born in Christian homes, infecting their brain. They're deluded.
Ending in one of these so-called airstrips.
Yeah, ancient guys, ancient astronauts, bullshit.
In the mixture of large lines and small lines, you see gigantic figures in the ground.
Däniken claims there were extraterrestrials that created those lines, to land planes on.
And it just doesn't wither away.
Exactly, and that's why we can have it like that.
Spiders and monkeys and
all
just
down by
different
primitive
pictures. It's something.
Could be signs of what? Extraterrestrial? You're an idiot. Like a Christian idiot. Believing in those imaginary
I realized that in the ground.
Yeah, but you didn't, when you were young, you were infected with Christ-psychosis.
To me, it looked like
You
soap.
were infected with Christ-psychosis. You didn't know
with my
shit.
nails. I took it into
Now
my mouth. It doesn't smell like salt. It smelled like nothing. I went to the hotel. I steered it in hot and cold water.
Archaeology proved this man wrong.
By the time all is revealed, tempus omnia revelat. Look, archaeology. Rituals of the Nazca lines. New excavations reveal the purpose ordering of the famous giraldo. All the stuff ceremonials. It show you how the natives used to do that to attract water and the sun. Proof is right there. No extraterrestrial shit like that. Idiots.
The problem is these people are brought up, they're born into Christ-psychosis. They're infected with all this bunch of fairy tales, and when the brain malfunctions, they still believe in this garbage of Jesus and Christ and all this crap. And then they become either, you know, they start to study science or whatever, but the fairy tales of Christianity makes them feel so good, and they develop zeitgeist and all this crap and all these conspiracy theories. I wonder what they would do about this conspiracy theory about this little spider. Ah, that's a special mechanized spider put there by aliens to learn about the Pope. It's not a true spider, it's a mechanical one. But this, I believe, is the greatest hoax ever, done by a genius, mentally healthy atheist. Check this out. He had the greatest laugh ever.
As the model for Christ. Centuries. In 2009, a photographer and computer artist discovered clues in the image which may finally reveal the identity of this man.
And I kept saying, no, that can't be. But then there was the tips and the mouths, and again, it matched.
Schwartz doesn't know who created the man's image on the shroud, but she can prove that whoever did must have used Da Vinci's system of proportions.
Weeks that the proportions that Leonardo wrote about were used in creating this shroud's face.
And there were more surprises in store for Schwartz, which some art historians believe is a portrait of Leonardo da Vinci as a young man. Near perfect match.
Amazing.
I was stunned. The match is inconceivable to me. I mean, it really is so close. Very important. It matches.
This match tells Schwartz that the two faces must belong to the same person. So could the mysterious shroud image, which has fascinated the world for centuries, be a portrait of Leonardo da Vinci?
When he was younger.
On the shroud. The Salvator Mundi is as good as Leonardo's signature on the shroud.
It's amazing.
Lynn Picknett and Clive Prince think the Renaissance master made a cast of his own face, which he then photographed.
The most beautiful woman in the world, and the face on the Turin shroud, the face of the Son of God. We think
Great.
he intended both of those to be great jokes for posterity.
Sure did.
If Leonardo could have known that 500 years after he died, generations of pilgrims are still crossing themselves.
That's right, genius, genius.
Himself, I think he would have laughed quite a lot.
Yeah, genius. Immortalized himself.
Those dissections gave him access to dead bodies and blood, and led to a photographic technique. Combined with his sheer audacity and ambition, Da Vinci had every opportunity to create this forged relic.
Let's not forget, during the Tudor period, photography was known. It was called camera obscura, and painters use images. You have a dark room and a little hole in there. The image was projected on the back, and then they could trace it and paint it. That's the reason the portraits of the 15th century are so realistic.
Most outrageous hoax of all time.
Yeah, amazing. The guy was a genius.
Today, the Shroud of Turin lies undercover. The church has refused any further.
Of course they do. They're being hacked.
More analysis is allowed.
They can fool people some of the time and not everybody all the time.
We're in the 21st century. The brain creates the mind. If you accept deluded conspiracy theories as true and religious beliefs, you're addicted to dopamine and you have a problem with your brain. Pachidiorum.